going to be doing my live hangouts on Periscope unless something happens and I can't make it, but I'll do my very best to be here every single day for you guys. Yes, I will get Free Sudani. I'll get to your question in just a second. Just want to lay some groundwork, introduce myself to you guys who don't know me, and if you're just kind of tuning in randomly on the replay or wherever else, welcome. My name is Yuri Elkaim. I'm a New York Times bestselling author for the all-day energy diet and the upcoming all-day fat-burning diet. And I'm a holistic nutritionist, fitness and fat loss expert, former professional soccer player. And what I do is I make fit and healthy simple again. Because as you know, it's a very complicated world out there, right? There's a lot of different opinions and all sorts of advice. And my goal is to simplify your life, to give you streamlined, science-based, no BS answers to your healthy fitness questions. So with that said, today, the topic I was going to discuss, it was actually, there's really nothing formal. I just wanted to get back into the groove of letting you guys know what the schedule is. And thank you so much for all the hearts. Let's keep them coming all episode long. As I've said many, many times before, the more hearts we get, the more love, it's not for me actually, it's the more love this channel, this Periscope channel gets, which means that we can reach more people and help more people. So thank you so much. This is great. So the title of this Periscope session was The Morning Routine is Back. And I'm really excited about this because I'm back up actually 5 a.m. 5 a.m. is the wake up time now. I actually set myself to wake up at 6. So I normally wake up around 7. I'm like, you know what? It's been a couple months actually since I've been waking up at 5. Let's get up at 6 and we'll wean ourselves back to 5 o'clock. However, the first day I did it, on Monday, I was like, boom, 4:41 out of the bed. Just like jumped out of the bed. It was amazing. So the reason I'm so excited about this is because I love that time between 5 and 7 a.m. in the morning is my magic time. I've got 3 little kids who are not here right now. They're at school. And to have that 2 hours to myself every single day, Monday through Sunday, is absolute magic. So you don't have to wake up at 5, but I would strongly recommend that you have or take some time for yourself first thing in the morning, because that is when you are most creative. It's when you're most energized. Now, let me just kind of quantify energy for a second. I'm not saying you're going to be bouncing out of bed, but I'm going to say you're probably going to feel a little bit more recharged than you will later in the day. So if you want to get the most important stuff done, get it done first thing in the morning. Give yourself the space for yourself first and foremost before you attend to anybody else. Before you check your emails, before you check your phone, meditate, read, get your most important work done. That is what morning time is all about. Get some exercise in there if you can as well. So I'm really excited about that because I try to live my life in the present moment as much as possible. However, there's so many things that happen that make everything seem like it's in fast forward. So for instance, this book so the all-day fat burning diet, this is the galley copy. So it says right here, available in stores December, something like that. And so this is not the official finished book. This is just they call it a galley copy. The hardcover will be the official copy, or the official version that's in the stores on December 22nd. But what's cool about this is that I snuck out a couple copies when I was at Rodale last week, and I'm gonna be giving them away. So stay tuned over the coming weeks. We'll be doing random giveaways for this book, The All Day Fat Burning Diet. I'll be giving away galley copies. I'll also be giving away the actual hardcover copy as well. And I will be signing it personally for you. And I have no problem paying for shipping as long as you live in Canada or the US. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be sending these bad boys to Europe or Australia. It'll cost me like $100 in shipping. It's crazy. So I'm a cheap bastard like that sometimes. I love you guys nonetheless. Okay, so anyways, so I was talking about the morning routine and kind of living it fast forward. So this book comes out in December. However, my publisher's already asking me for the next one. So I have a 2-book deal with Rodale. The first one is called The All Day Fat Burning Diet. The follow-up comes out next December. So 1 year from now. It's called The All Day Fat Burning Diet Cookbook. And so I'm working on that right now. And I decided that with this book, I wrote it from 5 to 7 a.m. every single morning for over 2 months. It took me just about 2 months to write the book, which shocks a lot of people because they think that they have to lock themselves in a cabin and, you know, exclude themselves in the wood. Yes, Val, a Christmas gift to you for sure. And other people, like you don't just have to get one copy, you can get 3 copies, give 2 to some friends, or just randomly drop a copy off on somebody's doorstep. That'd be pretty cool, right? Pre-order the book. When do we get the next monthly free gift? Thank you, Blue Rose, so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. The free gift this month, we are going to be giving you guys the delectable desserts. You're gonna love this. It's gonna be, we'll probably be sending it, if I can speak, probably be sending it to you this weekend, most likely Saturday or Sunday. So check your email for that. And just in case you guys don't know what we're talking about, the book comes out in December. And obviously we are right now currently in October. So here's the thing. It's kind of weird to buy a book 3 or 4 months in advance, right? It's like there's no immediate gratification. And the reason we're doing this is because in order for the book, so what happened on my first book, and as I'm talking about that, I'll actually get it for you. So this is the Polish version, random, okay, right? So this is the actual American-Canadian version, the all-day energy diet. It's also available in French, soon to be in German as well. So what happened with this is when we launched it, we sold so many copies in the first week that Amazon was out of stock for 3 weeks. Like literally 1 week after the book came out. And I learned a big lesson from that I didn't know at the time, is that pre-orders really make a difference. So the reason that I'm encouraging you guys, and again, this is a favor to me as well as hooking you up with some awesome stuff for doing so. Yes, awesome, thank you, Blue Rose. So what is your name? I don't want to call you Blue Rose 53. If you feel like sharing your name, that would be awesome, so I could refer to you in the first person. Thank you so much. So what we are trying to do here is really get as many pre-orders as possible, because that tells Amazon that there's interest in the book. And therefore, we will not run out of stock on Amazon like we did with the first book. So, Karen, yes, welcome, awesome. Great to know, great to know. I'm jotting that down, mental note, Karen, Blue Rose 53. Karen is caring. That's how I'm gonna remember it. That's a little mnemonic you can use. If you ever wanna remember something, is you wanna use some type of emotional imagery. So right now, I'm visually in my head. So I've got this association, Blue Rose 53, Karen, and caring. So right now I'm seeing Karen pumping up a lot of blue hearts. That's kind of the cement that I'm using to hopefully remember your name. And if I don't, to just like send me a virtual punch in the head. Blue Rose 53, Karen, Care Bear. There you go. That's awesome. So that's the way I'm thinking about it. So I'm using that association between caring, Care Bear, Karen, and now I have this solidified in my mind. So yeah, I'm completely all over the map today, so I apologize for that. So anyways, the question was, what is the program all about? So this program is all about helping you burn fats on autopilot, and it's really about helping reset your metabolism so that you can lose up to 5 pounds per week in less than 21 days. So the reason I wrote this book is because a lot of people have tried everything. They've exercised, they've eaten supposedly well, and yes, it's just not happening, right? It's just not working out for them. So there's internal things, physiological things, metabolic things that are just holding you guys back, right? Hormones, other things. I talk about that in this book, and how by doing or following the 5-day food cycling formula that I've developed over the past couple of years, how that in conjunction with the right exercise and the right recovery reduces inflammation in your body and helps reset your metabolism, so that you go from stressed out fat storing mode to thriving fat burning mode all day long. So anyways, the free gifts. So what we're doing, so pre-order a copy today. You can get it on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, anything. If you go to alldayfatburningdiet.com, so just the title of this book.com, you'll see all the bonuses that you're getting. So we're releasing one new bonus every single month. And right now we've got, I don't even know. I can't even remember. So we've got workouts, we've got some more cool nutrition stuff. I think a yoga sessions in there, a meditation. I can't even remember. That's crazy. But there's 4 bonuses right now. So we're releasing a new one called Delectable Desserts to all of you guys who've pre-ordered the book this weekend. We'll send it to you via email. What is the best way to get ready for a weight loss regime in terms of cleanse? There's really no way to get ready for it. You just do it. That's pretty much, yeah. I assume this book is not just for fat loss, but for overall health as well. Yeah, totally. So this way, I actually eat this way myself for the most part. And I'm a little bit more diligent about eating a little bit more quantity of food so that I don't lose weight, but the focus really is on fat loss. It's really for those who want to lose the first bulk of their weight. So if you're heavily overweight and you want to lose the first 50 pounds, this book is it'll make that happen. If you've also hit a plateau and you're not able to lose those last 5 or 10, that'll really help out as well. But as with all of my stuff, you guys know I'm not into gimmicks, I'm not into nonsense. The book will be a combination of paleo, I'm not going to say paleo because it's not paleo. It's there are legumes in there. So it's not 100% plant-based, it's not 100% vegan. There are meat-based recipes. I just saw a spider on my window. It's just crazy. Wow. So it's not vegan. There are vegan recipes. As you know, I do espouse eating more plant-based foods, but this book is not vegetarian 100%. However, all the smoothies and juices that I've included are. So there's 51 recipes. They're all amazing. So just here's a little example. This Thai salad is awesome. That is 100% vegan. It's amazing. Pesto zucchini pasta, tomato bean soup, zesty tropical green smoothie, Sardinian salad, cherry protein smoothie, choco cocoa oatmeal pancakes for dinner. What? Pancakes for dinner? Oh yeah, it's part of the plan, and you'll see why it actually helps you burn fat. So yeah, the whole idea is to help you regain control of your diets, enjoy food once again, and not freak out about calories and all that nonsense. So I go to bed at 10 o'clock, mostly. Yeah, and I look energized because I do stuff every single day that I love to do, which is writing books like this, doing Periscope hangouts like this. I walk my dogs and my kids every morning and every night. And I try to get into workouts most days. So, so going back to the pre-order stuff, so just talking about, the reason we're doing the pre-order campaign is because it tells Amazon that there's interest in the book and they can stock it. And when you order your copy before it comes out, we'll be giving you all these cool bonuses. We've got some amazing bonuses coming out as well in the coming weeks and months. Some really cool stuff. I think you'll really like it. What else is new? What else is new? We have something exciting coming up. Sorry, I've got a little something in my eye. In November 2nd, mark your calendars. I don't have a calendar with me, but take your calendar out. And you are going to want to join us for the Fat Loss Summit. The Fat Loss Summit is going to help you. Again, it's just this whole kind of year is really geared towards helping you get into the body you feel proud of once again. Like the body you deserve to be in, right? And it's not just the body, but the body is a reflection of our habits, of how we feel about ourselves. And if that means burning fat, then that is going to make a big difference for you. Yeah, Kindle version is totally cool, but obviously we want to sell more of the hardcover copies. But I mean, again, whatever's the best for you, that's all that really matters. Do you ever study things like chromotherapy or music therapy for health? I haven't. Chromotherapy is color therapy, I take it. I'll get to this question in a second, Karen. So chromotherapy, I'm not too familiar with. Music therapy, I love, because I'm pretty much listening to music all day long. Okay, so for you, what kind of music really makes you happy? What kind of music jazzes you up? What do you listen to feel better? That's what I want to know. So let me know in the comments there. And there's a couple questions from Karen and some another person. I will be sure to answer those. I registered in my mind there. So for me, I like to listen to some upbeat stuff. A lot of it is, it could be drum and bass. It could be some house, some techno sometimes. Other times I'm listening to Brazilian bossa nova because I really like that stuff. It really depends on the mood. So yeah, it's totally on a kind of a daily kind of thing. Sometimes it'll be more chill, more ambient. Nice. I love music. I think music is one of those things that really, it's such a unique thing where, like, my wife loves Celine Dion. I don't really like Celine Dion. I've met her. we were, backstage at one of her concerts a couple years ago, but she's an amazing person, but I'm not going to listen to that music. Like, that's just not me. I like more of the beats and stuff, right? So not so much the lyrics, that's just me. But for you, maybe it's the lyrics that you really kind of tune into. So I think whatever really reinvigorates you is really what's most important. So, question about the 5-day food cycle. How do you determine a baseline for the rest of your days? So Karen, this one is a little bit, I'm not too crazy about counting calories, as you know. What I would just say is just, if you were to keep a food journal, just in general, and you were to look back over that food journal over the space of 7 days or so, and you look at your general consumption of food, like how much is it, like 3 times a day are you eating? Is it twice a day? Like I generally eat, right now I'm generally having something light in the morning, maybe a protein shake, a little bit more substantial lunch, and then a big dinner. That's typically what's working for me. Sometimes I will eat once a day, sometimes I'll have nothing. So I'll tend to look at what's working for me on an average basis, and I'll make that my status quo, my kind of baseline. From there, to do, for instance, a low calorie day, I'll just take 20% off that amount. So to make that simple, I'm just looking at how do I reduce the portion size a little bit, and then that's my low calorie day. Now for me, I don't really have a low calorie day because my goal is not to lose weight. However, I will have 2 or 3 green juices a day, many days, and on those days I won't have a lot of food coming in. So that typically is a way for me to purify and cleanse my body, and then I have a bigger dinner at night. So that's kind of the way I would say is gonna just establish your baseline based on the way you already eat. So whether that's too much food or not, right? Just listen to your body. Are you full? Are you starving all the time? Are you generally satisfied? And just using that as your baseline. From there, you can figure out your feast day. You can figure out your fasting day, which is obviously no food, and so forth. So hope that makes sense. There's another question about general weight loss advice. So general weight loss advice is, what I would say is it's not about eating less and exercising more. That's the wrong advice. I mean, I think there is an element to that. You definitely you can't consume copious amounts of food to the point of, just going overboard all the time. There is a way to strategically do that once a week, which I talk about in the book. But for the most part, the way to lose weight is to reduce inflammation in your body. You reduce inflammation, so inflammation is a big culprit behind a lot of the stuff that is holding on to weight. So if you're having a tough time losing weight, it's not because you lack willpower. It's not because you're not exercising enough. It's because there is too much stress in your body in the form of certain foods that shouldn't be in there, for instance, and other things that, whether it's toxicity or your gut health even. So there's things that are happening at a physiological level that are holding us back, because when these things happen, our body, or there's more inflammation created in our body, and cortisol, which is a stress hormone, is released in conjunction with all that inflammation, because cortisol actually helps to cool inflammation. But the problem there the problem there becomes, as I talk about in this book, is that when you have too much stress in your body, whether that's emotional, mental stress, or exercise stress, or the wrong food type of stress, all of that builds up and it's too much for the adrenal glands to handle. You end up wearing down your adrenal glands, and the adrenal glands are really important for not only how much energy you have, but how effective your body is at burning fat. It's literally a switch, whether we're storing fat or burning it. So when we are inflamed, we're high stress in terms of what's happening in our body, and we can't lose weight. So how do we reduce that inflammation? It all starts with eating the right foods, the clean, as I talk about the clean, healthy foods in this book. It's really about getting rid of the junk, right? The sugars, the glutens, the dairies, all that stuff. It's got to go, at least temporarily, to help reset your body. And the beautiful thing is that if you follow any of my work, you know that I'm a healthy foodie. I love food. Occasionally I'll have bread. Occasionally I'll have dairy. I'm not a fanatical Nazi about this stuff. But if you're struggling with weight, if you're struggling with your health, there is a certain amount of time, and that might be 21 days, that might be 30 days, everyone's different, where you need to really clean things up. Because that's going to help purify your liver, that's going to help purify your blood, that's going to help reset your hormones, and that's going to help reduce inflammation in your body. So as a result, your body is not like freaking out in stress mode, and it can now start releasing weight. Because if you're having trouble losing weight, your body is in a state of survival. That's essentially what's happening. Your body is saying, I'm stressed out, and our physiological makeup is basically such so when we are stressed, our body doesn't know that it's safe. It's the same software system we've been using since we first walked the earth. And when we don't feel like we're safe, when we're in survival, stressed out mode, our body turns to fat as our fuel source. And it says, listen, we need this because we don't know when our next meal is. We don't know when life is going to get better again. And that's the way we're all hardwired. And that hasn't changed at all for 200,000 years. So we have to cool that situation down by doing the right things in terms of the right foods, the right type of exercise, the right type of recovery. When does our vanilla flavored protein come out? That's a good question. We're not too sure. We're trying to figure out the stocking issue with the first one. So yeah, hopefully within the next couple weeks. How much is too much water? Right now my lips are dry. I can feel my mouth, it's pretty dry. So right now I don't have enough water. So basically you want to be looking at your body weight divided by 2, and that's how many ounces you want. So I weigh 170 pounds, divide that by 2, that's 85, is that 85, I think? 85 ounces, right? So that's about 2.5 liters, almost 3 liters. That's kind of my baseline. That's what I should be drinking on a day-to-day basis. If you're drinking excessive amounts of water and you're going to the bathroom to go pee all the time, that's probably an indication that you're maybe getting a little bit too much water, because you want to be careful that you don't pee away all of your water-soluble vitamins, like your B vitamins, vitamin C, and so forth. Protein causes inflammation. Kind of. I was actually just, so I'm putting together some really cool information on this topic, and just came across a study which is phenomenal. 7-year study, and it was done in the Journal of the American Dietetic Association. 7-year study, and they found that those who had, so there was a positive correlation between animal protein consumption and obesity. Crazy, right? For years we've been told that eating more protein is better for weight loss, but no studies have looked at the difference in protein. So this study, 7-year follow-up study on thousands of people, found that those who ate the most animal protein had the highest risk of being overweight or obese. Conversely, those who ate more vegetable protein saw a decrease in obesity. So basically they were completely opposite. Whey protein, casein protein, animal proteins positively correlated with obesity and overweight. Vegetable proteins, plant proteins, inversely related with being overweight and obese. So why is that? Well, there's a difference in amino acid profile, which some scientists believe could trigger different things, but there's also this whole notion of inflammation. I don't recommend whey protein. I don't recommend casein or egg protein unless you're just having eggs by themselves. But we know that animal protein is inflammatory. So that's why with our protein powder, it's 100% fermented pea protein. Pea protein is the best source of protein in the planet kingdom. Hemp is good. Soy is heavily just GMO'd and not even normal anymore. So that's not a good one, even though it's a high source of protein. Pea protein is the cleanest and best source of protein, and it's a complete amino acid profile. So that's why we use it in ours. And again, it's very different. It's non-allergenic, which means that it does not cause inflammation in the body. And it's, for us, 20 grams of protein per scoop, which is incredible. So it's competing with whey in terms of its bioavailability. The fact that it's fermented makes it even more available to the body to absorb. And it's incredible. It tastes amazing. Hemp powder protein is good. It doesn't taste good. Not at all. So yeah, that's the thing. With whey protein, most whey protein powders out there, unless it's 100%, hemp protein, if it's 100% hemp protein powder, it's very tough to tolerate. It's very, very, I would rather just have hemp seeds. If you find a protein that has hemp seed protein in there, I guarantee you it'll be a very, very small quantity. Otherwise, the flavor, the smell of that protein powder will be completely off the charts in terms of like repelling. So just be careful that when you're looking for protein powders, that when you see, a combination of, protein 1, protein 2, protein 3, protein 1 is the big one. The others are probably just negligible. So something to consider. Okay, so you know what? I think I'm gonna wrap things up because I gotta go have some lunch. I have some minestrone soup that I made last night, which is actually one of the recipes that I'm working on right now. And I just wanted to test it out. So I have some leftovers from last night. Just in case you guys want to know what the recipe is, it's vegetable stock. I'm not going to give you the quantities because I can't remember. Vegetable stock, quinoa, kidney beans, white beans, green beans, tomatoes, garlic, onions, and that's it. So it's terrific. It's so good. And our kids actually ate the whole bowl when we had dinner last night, which is awesome. So if you want a simple way to get more veggies into your kids' diet, soups are so awesome. So anyways, I'm going to go have lunch because I'm starving. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for all the hearts. Keep them coming. Let's finish on a bang. If you are not currently on my email list, so you're not receiving my emails, be sure to go to yurielkaim.com/Periscope. I think you'll really enjoy the page. You can help save my dogs. Be sure to throw your email in there so you can get up to date on what we're up to. And more importantly, how you can lose weight, have more energy, really live the healthiest life that you deserve to live in a simpler manner, right? I'm not about the complexity. I'm not about complicated. And so yurielkaim.com/Periscope. And there it is. So once again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will make it a habit to be with you at 12 Eastern, noon Eastern, every single day, Monday through Friday. Weekends, I'm off. Maybe we'll do Sundays where we'll do a cool kind of giveaway for the book. So stay tuned for this cool stuff. And that's all for today, guys. Hope you have an awesome day. I'm going to go have some lunch, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. Ciao.